up to platforms or anything like that, but
I feel like they're both much better options than Young Link, but I mean, he's the one up there, not me, so
exactly.
I can't give him shit for that.
I mean, like, and bombs aren't exactly the worst thing in the world, and I think that he'll be able to, use them well, but I feel like lasers are just going to be able to do so much more.
There are two good things about this, and that's, one, we've seen Young Links do well before. Like, we've seen Armada used to pull that out against Hungrybox back in, like, what, 2012?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I know, I've seen Axe's Young Link.
Axe is an amazing Young Link. Usually uses it against Jigglypuff.
Yeah. But, so, I mean, he can do it. Young Link can definitely do it. It's just,
it's going to be a little bit
it's going to be very difficult.
If he does.
Another thing is the fact that it is a Young Link, and if you know like some secrets with some bad characters, even like
the power shield on the shot. Even when Hugo does get a nice shot, it's not exactly always going to pan out for him. I think it's going to show a lot in the down tilt. Exactly what we were talking about.
Grape is looking okay.
Yeah. I don't think that he would pull out a Young Link if he didn't have some sort of faith in it. I think a big thing that's going to show, though, in matchups like this is Samus, up B at a shield and stuff like that, is so strong because she's able to use that in a way where they can't punish as hard afterwards. Characters like Fox and Falco, after something like that, are usually able to recover and get out there a little bit faster because they're naturally faster characters. But Young Link is going to have a hard time being able to capitalize on that.
Especially because I believe it's Fountain. I know there's 2 stages that I can distinctly remember that Samus, if she up Bs, she can land like perfectly on the top platform.
Yeah.
And so if you're in that free fall animation where you can't do anything, you're a lot more susceptible to punishes. But if you can just land on the top platform,
this is some janky Young Link.
That was something.
The nair, and then now that grab. And then to capitalize, he's just gonna jump off the stage. But that's life.
Wow.
Again, that down tilt on the edge is just catching Hugo off guard. Luckily, on Fountain of Dreams, he's able to get back with the grapple.
Oh, really good spacing. Yeah. I'm actually amazed.
Air dodge down
Samus
smash.
Grab. It's funny because both these characters have a pretty lengthy grab, but if they whiff it, they're gonna get hit.
Yeah, exactly. And I think so far I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I don't think we've seen any whiff grabs. So it's been good timing. I think a big thing with characters like that and players who play them is that they know when to use a grab and when not to use a grab. They're very scarce with them, but they know that they're not gonna just not throw it out.
Oh yeah.
The grabs the bomb.
Hugo got a bomb.
Drops it right on his head.
Okay. Also, something I feel like Samus gets a lot more mileage off her grabs than Young Link does.
Absolutely.
Samus on everyone gets a lot of mileage off her grabs, whereas I honestly haven't seen Young Links capitalize a ton off of a grab on anyone except for maybe a spacey.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the thing with grabs like that on floaty characters is sometimes they can send them in a janky sort of way. I mean, obviously it depends on percentages and everything, but amazing there to cover the option. Young Link didn't really have anything else he could do if he was coming down from that angle. Young Link, another thing that he's been able to do against Hug so far this match is corner pressure. When he's stuck near the ledge or anywhere near that, he's able to space him out with down smashes and down tilts and stuff and really keep him at bay. Just trying to space each other out here, feel each other out with projectiles.
I'm honestly so surprised that Grape is doing this well with
I know. I mean, it was the last thing I think both of us expected, but regardless, the man loves to prove us wrong.
Whenever I see something like this, I think, imagine how, if they're this good with this character, imagine how good they could be with
a top tier.
A top tier.
Yeah, that's the classic argument, right?
But it's like, it's also a different matchup, and maybe his playstyle won't match up.
I mean, feel is such a big part of Melee. How you feel on a certain character. That was insane. This Young Link is just pulling out the jank.
That only hit because Samus went to forward smash him and extended her hurt box.
Grabs the bomb but drops it. Takes 12%. Uppy is a tough move to use, but sometimes it really can give you the space you need in certain circumstances. For Young Link, that is. Samus as well, but the flame and arrow right there.
Cover the ledge with those projectiles.
Yeah. I mean, it's one stock to one stock. He's down a little bit of percent, but in this matchup, I think he can bring it back.
He has his
classic commentator's curse to nair, but that's the world we live in.
Keeping it respectable, though.
Yeah, exactly. Strong first game showing, and, I think that can just show, I guess, matchups and all the knowledge you can get sometimes doesn't matter as much as just how a player feels on a certain character. So
I wonder if we're going to see a character change.
We might.
Because, no, it looks like he's sticking with it.
He wants it. He wants the Young Link. He wants the victory. And you know what? You can't doubt him for it.
Okay, if you were Young Link playing as a Samus, what stage would you want to take her to?
That's a tough one. I would probably think to myself, man, it really doesn't matter, but Yoshi's story might be good, especially if you can live, if you feel confident in your ability to live longer at higher percentages. Yeah, see, there it is. It's exactly what you were talking about earlier. He grabs him and goes for the up tilt, but doesn't hit just because of the way Samus is able to DI those throws.
Yeah. So, I was going to say either this stage, because Young Link's primary kill move against Samus is probably going to be his down air, or his up air. Also his down smash. But, like, this is a really small stage, so he's going to get his kills earlier, but, I mean, so is Samus.
I think a strong thing that Young Links do too, and this is just kind of in general, is they're able to use the projectiles to cover more than one option. You know, they'll throw something in a way where if they're moving in like a certain vertical or horizontal sense, that it's able to grab them and catch them off guard. And that little damage may not mean a whole ton, but their follow-ups afterwards are what really count. Ooh, nice shot. Big thing that Hugo's showing here is is just so comfortable on these platforms on Yoshi's Story. I mean, like we talked about last game with Samus and Yoshi's Story specific, is I feel like, you know, they enjoy, a lot of Samuses enjoy this stage. Where it might be, you know, good for Young Link to take someone here, I think Samuses are always going to feel comfortable on Yoshi's Story just because of, you know, how many spaces they have to play in a year or even in like a month.
Oh yeah, for sure. So something I was just thinking about is that both of these...
The Nair trade.
Traded.
Not a bad trade, though.
Both of these characters, I feel like we see excel more so when we see them playing the more like the defensive role. Like I know that I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone get messed up just because they went too ham against the Samus and got bodied. Same thing goes for Young Link.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of spaces in general are very, you know, defense-first characters. I think if you can play them aggressively just like any character in Melee, and that's kind of the beautiful thing. But defensive is always going to be what characters like this strive at.
I feel like both these characters are slightly out of place playing against each other, especially just because they're both trying to figure out like how to get in on each other.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably easier for the Young Link because at least Samus is normal. But then again, Hugo's been around for what, like 20 years.
Exactly. And the big thing is, when a character is defensive oriented like first, I think that's where a lot of your knowledge is based off of. You know how to defend somebody coming at you. So sometimes when you're having to, when you're getting spaced out or getting a projectile thrown at you, finding a way to get in can be the tough part. It's kind of what you have to do match by match. And I think that's why Hugo is showing such a strength in that, is because, where he's not used maybe to having a Young Link doing this against him, he's able to just adapt a lot quicker to someone's habits. Whereas that's not really a matchup thing, that's a player thing. So,
yeah. Oh, wow. He caught him
dash
slipping.
Attack right at the end of it.
Caught him slipping. I did not think that, one, that was going to reach, and two, it would kill if it did.
Yeah. The Young Link's dash attack, I think, does a surprising amount of damage if you get it near the tip of it.
Man, Young Link's matches are kind of hard to commentate.
They are hard to commentate. There's not a whole ton going on. He's spamming projectiles and praying that he gets back to the stage.
Oh, wow.
Right to the Randall.
Really good recovery from Grape.
Yeah, he's had strong recoveries all set.
Oh, man.
Fair covers a lot of options there.
I would have liked to see a down air. His shield was small. It would have poked him, popped him up, and that would have been it.
I think that's a rough part of Samus, is his shield doesn't really cover a whole bunch of her body very well. I think Young Link has a similar problem.
They're both trying so hard just to find something.
Yeah, they all one hit usually.
They're just dancing around each other right now. Okay.
Or tilt takes them off.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Similar
Good
ends to Boldman, but not a bad showing by Young Link.
No, definitely not. Exactly 4 minutes.